Welcome to another episode of the Revolutionized Fitness Podcast, Fitness in 22nd Century. I'm here at the park to tell you something that you didn't know and they don't want you to know. And that is high fructose corn syrup. High fructose corn syrup is the cherry on top. High fructose corn syrup is what makes things taste great. High fructose corn syrup is what's giving you high blood pressure. High fructose corn syrup is what's giving you high blood sugar. High fructose corn syrup is the reason that you can't put down, that bag of chips, that barbecue flavored bag of chips, that you can't put down those gummy bears. High fructose corn syrup is the reason that that cereal just tastes a little bit better, and you don't know why you can't help but have this cereal versus that cereal. Now, it's not the only demon out there in the nutrition world. But what I'm here to tell you is start reading the labels. Start looking out for high fructose corn syrup. Now, without getting into the chemical breakdown and things like that, because I don't feel like that's super necessary here as you and I are talking one-on-one, but I want you to kind of get the broad understanding of it. As it does with the physical, we'll do physical and then mental. High fructose corn syrup, the way it breaks down in the body, it's a black sludge, right? It's a black sludge. Our body can't actually use it, but what it does is it sets off all these different signals, both in the body and in the mind, that it makes you crave it. It makes your body crave it, and it's going to release insulin on a level, right? That it's essentially a sugar, right? That has to be broken down like several pieces of sugar. It doesn't seem, again, I'm not trying to make it too complex. Think about high fructose corn syrup as sugar on crack, right? As the natural sugar on crack, where your body's trying to break it down, but it requires so much more insulin to break it down that it puts you in this mode, right? It puts you in this hyperglycemic mode, depending on where your body sits. Your body doesn't like to process it. So reason I say it's like sludge is, your body's not actually breaking it down. It's trying to, right? And when it does break down, it becomes this high sugar substance that our body can't use. It ends up getting pissed out or pooped out, but what doesn't turns into pure fat, right? Your body actually has no use for high fructose corn syrup, right? So two things, right? It's turning into pure fat, and it's just this very presence in your bloodstream is going to spike your insulin level at a higher tier level, at a multiple of any other type of sugar compound, right? That's why you find high fructose corn syrup and all those things we can't resist. Because now we're going to talk about the mental side of it. High fructose corn syrup gives you that sensation that you're not full, right? So even though your body, even though your stomach, right, even though your gut is telling you that, okay, it feels full, right? Your stomach will feel full, or your body has gotten the nutrients it needed. What high fructose corn syrup does is it gives you the mental desire to want more, right? It makes you want more than your body actually needs. Okay? So it's not to say that everything with high fructose corn syrup is not good for you, right? Because it's very easy to take something bad and to put it into something good. But you want to look out for that substance, because I would tell you, if you go get a bag of, let's say, nuts, right? And we'll say honey roasted nuts, and you look at the table and it's a different off-brand that's got high fructose corn syrup in it, or cereal. We'll go with cereal, has a little bit of high fructose corn syrup in it, versus another cereal that doesn't. What you'll notice is that cereal just gives you that much more of, I haven't had enough. Ooh, it tastes so good. Even though your body, you will consume the same quantity, your body is saying it's gotten everything that it needs. High fructose corn syrup doesn't just respect what's going on in your gut, right? Its very presence starts to affect your mind. So if you don't trust me on this, do the test. For a week, if you're gonna find something that has high fructose corn syrup in it, and just stop eating it, right? So you've been eating it for a week. For another week, stop eating it, and just kind of keep it around the same reasons and timing that you eat it, and you'll notice the difference. One, you'll feel fuller, right? You'll feel more satiated. Two, you will notice that your pain will start to go down. You will notice that your joint inflammation will start to go down. If you have knee pain, any type of joint pain, elbow pain that is brought about by inflammation, you'll notice that that pain will start to come down as well, right? And if you're going to a doctor for diabetes, blood pressure, whatever, take high fructose corn syrup out of your diet for, I would say, 14 days to a month. 14 days to a month, and then go back to your doctor and get checked again. And this is my guarantee that your levels will be brought down. They won't be normalized, because obviously changing something over a 2-week month period is not the answer, but you'll notice a noticeable difference with nothing else changing. And that's because of the power, the evil power of high fructose corn syrup. So if you see it, avoid it. Now there are alternatives, right? So I put syrup on my pancakes and my waffles in my house. But my syrup does not have high fructose corn syrup, and it still tastes good. So I'm not saying change your whole life, because if you're somebody who just loves things that taste good, it's going to be hard for you. But what I will say is, look for alternatives that still satisfy that taste you need to get through your nutritious cycle. Okay?